class and Kosher Girls, Baruch Hashem. My name is Avi Benjamin, I'll be your host. Today's topic is...
What is love?
Cute, right?
Don't hurt me.
Okay.
Don't hurt me.
So we're not going to play that song. But now that you know the topic, let's try it out.
What is love?
Great, you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about what is love today. You want to know the truth? I do not know what love is. Okay? Whoever tells you they do, they're lying. Yes, the Torah brings certain references, what you can do to stay happy, what will make you happy. I need absolute silence. If you talk, you have to leave. I will take your phones after the class, and your parents will thank you for it. Okay? So why did I choose this topic? Because I think a lot of people lack it. There's a story that I've heard by Rabbi Abraham J. Twersky. Listen exactly to what he says. He says something beautiful. What is love? Rabbi, I like fish. No, I love fish. Really? Mom, do me a favor, can you cook me fish? I love fish. So wait a minute, you love the fish. Who loves fish? Who likes fish? You love fish? Who say I love fish? I love fish. Ilana, do you love fish? Okay, listen to me carefully. You said, I love fish, correct? You love the fish so much, you took it out of the ocean, you chopped off its head, you put it on the grill, you ate it. That's how much you loved fish. Did you guys understand what I said? What I said? I said, I love fish. I love fish so much, I took it out of the ocean, I chopped off its head, I put it on the grill, and I ate it. You don't love fish, you love yourself. The fact that you love yourself, you have to go get this fish and eat it to make yourself happy. So who do you love? You love your fish or yourself? You love yourself. My question today, when your friends or your parents or even married people, do they say, I love you? Do you love the person? Or do you love yourself because this person helps you? I want to ask a few questions here. Please tell me, what is love? We're going to go to the male side and the female side. What is love? You have no idea. Wow, it's the truth. Anybody, raise your hand. Anybody, just say it. What is love?
Honestly, we never really experienced it, so we can't really tell you what love is.
Your parents don't love you?
No, of course, parents love you.
Of course. You love your parents? Tell me what that means.
Love is when one person takes care of each other.
Okay.
They both take care of each other.
Tell you, one hand washes the other next. Okay. Fair. You know what's funny? All these answers are true. But I called a few rabbis today. I said, Rabbi, do me a favor, I have a class today. Tell me what is love? What is the real meaning of love? You know what's funny? All of them said in one voice together. Shh. Guys, if you talk, I will have to tell you to stop coming to this class. All three rabbis today said to me, what is love? Love is when you're willing to sacrifice all of your selfish endeavors for the other person. Being your mom, your dad, your husband, your wife, your best friends. Oh, he's my boy. We're best friends. She's my best friend. Yeah, I love her. You love her? How do you love her? She helps you out with homework, with makeup, all this stuff. You love her. That's why you love her. Because she's giving you these things. That's why you love her. Oh, he's my boy. I love him. Anytime he's always on my back, I love him. You love him, but you talk behind his back. You love him? You don't love him. You love yourself. He just happens to be convenient. You guys hang out. You guys do what's fun. So technically, all love is selfish. Real love is when it's not selfish. You love him just cause. There's many friends that, some people, they don't have money all the time. You take care of him. Why? He's your friend. You love him. That's love. You want nothing from him. You want to give him something else. Can I borrow your shirt? Yeah, you give it to him. I don't want nothing back from him. Oh no, he owes me a favor. I gave him a shirt one time. No, that's not love. You have to give without the intent of receiving. That's love. So Rabbi Twersky says something amazing. I quoted him and I said it all the time when I do Shabbat Chatan. I mention it. He says, people make this weird assumption. It's you give to those who you love. No. You love to those whom you give. You don't give to those who you love. You love those who you give. I'll give you a small example. When I was a kid, my mom, I'm sure everybody's mom's the same here, she'd give me money. And sometimes when mom gives us money, we say, Mom, stand up, can I get another $5, $10? Anybody done that? Honestly. If you didn't, you're liars. Okay? I used to do it. My mom used to give it to me. She unconditionally loves you. She doesn't care if you're a drug addict, if you're a bad kid, if you steal, you're a thief, or you're a girl that doesn't dress properly, or you talk to a bunch of guys, or you talk to a bunch of girls, or you do. They don't care. They love you regardless. Why? Because you're their child. They have to love you. That's love. Unconditional. They want nothing from you. They only want to give. So somebody told me to speak about this in today's topic regarding also relationships. He says, where do people mess up in relationships today? My self-knowing. We come, That's true, 1,000,000%. Today's day, he says, listen, I'm getting married. My parents, they love it. They give me everything. Papa, I want a nice car. Okay, sweet 16. Give me this, $500. I want to go to college books. Okay. They got to unconditionally give you. That's it, I have to give you. Join your babosh, I love you. Right? Now you're coming into a house with your married wife or your husband. Now you got to give to each other. You don't know what's giving. You only know, oh, my father gave me, my mother gave me. I had a house. We got a big driveway. You are receivers. When you become a giver, then you're not going to have a problem. That's when you know when you have love. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the way He loves us, that's love. I think that's the only, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the only person that could say that there's love. Why? He loves you no matter what. You sin, you don't do good, you talk lashon hara, you disrespect your parents. He loves you. That's love. He gives you breath every single day. Small example, I like these small little stories. I believe that there's certain people, when you learn, sometimes you're not going to be able to learn the Torah the way it's supposed to be learned, but there's a story that can enlighten you, you'll never forget. One person got really, really sick. He rushes to the hospital. He stopped breathing. So they had a pumping machine in his chest. They're pumping him 24 hours, the whole day, 24 hours. Nurses going back and forth, going insane. He's not breathing. CPR, the electric stuff, the whole 9 yards. 24 hours, he's in the hospital. Wakes up in the morning. Hey, how you doing, sir? Would you like some orange juice? Yeah? They send him a bill for $30,000. This for you with the orange juice. Do you have it? Yeah. Or they ask you this one question. Do you have insurance? No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Orange juice, and I gave him a bill. He goes, wait a minute, $30,000 for what? He goes, well, sir, we were giving you oxygen for the past 24 hours. He goes like, okay. Then he'll talk to himself. He goes like, listen, Hashem gives me air every day. I can breathe every single day. So if I would accumulate how much that would cost, if a day of air cost $30,000, or whatever that sum is, how much does it cost every single day of my life? My question is, do you love Hashem or does Hashem love you? Hashem does everything for us, even myself. Sometimes when I pray, I'm embarrassed to pray. What am I going to ask Him for? Baruch Hashem, we have parents. Nobody's starving to death. Everybody's alive, Baruch Hashem. We're trying. Feel embarrassed to ask. I say, Hashem, please help me with this. I see people that are struggling. We lack love. I notice a lot of parents lack love to their kids. I think a lot of kids lack love to their parents. They don't understand that their parents love them so much. The slightest act that you'll do, it'll bother them. They're like, oh, what do you want? I'm young. Leave me alone. My friends are doing it. Parents love you. You gotta understand. They really love you. You gotta make sure you stay on the derech. You don't have to tell your parents don't gotta tell you something. If you have to ask your parents, can I do this? Then you already know it's wrong. Why are you asking? If you thought it was right, you wouldn't ask. What is love? I'm asking you people, please somebody tell me what is love. I want to hear a really good answer. Can somebody give me an answer? Can somebody tell me what an example of unconditional love? Anybody? Please, my sister. Selflessness, 100%. You remove yourself from the equation. Now, let me finish off with what Rabbi Twersky says. He says, Rabbi, I love my wife. Rabbi, I love my husband. You love him or her, or you love this person because you have needs. You have things that you need. This person comforts you, they cook for you, they clean for you, goes to work, pays all the bills. You love him. You love her? No. It has to be unconditional. When you give, and you give, and you give. And you know in Hebrew, who speaks Hebrew over here? Do me a favor, spell me the word venatnu. Venatnu. Vav nun, taf nun, vav. Can you say it backwards? Same thing, right? It's like radar backwards. What does that mean? Somebody translate, what does venatnu mean? To give. Oh, really? So venatnu means give, and backwards venatnu means give. Meaning, if you give, you will receive. Coincidence? It's not. If you give, ultimately you receive. Question for you. Question. Homeless guy's on the road. You see he's walking around, big bitch gonna ask him, like, have a dollar, it's hot outside. Instead of getting a job, he's gonna sweat outside. You give him. Did you give him or did you give yourself? You give him. Why'd you give yourself? No, not only that. Besides that, of course you give. Not even about that. It's okay. You can give to non-Jewish souls. So as long as he's not going to go kill himself, he's not going to do something wrong, you feel bad. It's not your job to judge who. I always tell people, this is me. I'm not a rabbi. I'm not giving psak din. This is not the way Allah is personally. Somebody puts out their hand, you do your due diligence. You get a couple cents. Give him. Don't. Somebody does this, you give. No matter what, you give. And I'll tell you one thing, there's no better feeling than giving. When you start to give so much, you notice, you look for reasons. I have one of my friends, he says, his name is Anthony Eliaj, Avram Eliaj. He says, I wake up in the morning and I ask Hashem, please give me the opportunity to help somebody and give somebody today. It's a good way to wake up. I want to wake up, I want to help somebody. Give me an opportunity so I can help somebody. Who needs help? This is the way you're supposed to be. Another thing, I wanted to talk about something a little bit off topic that I've been seeing every Shabbos. I come to 175, I come to the neighborhood. I see the majority of you guys, they don't keep Shabbos. Pause. Want me to turn off the camera for this one? No. Nobody has a gun to your head telling you to keep Shabbos. I just find it really weird that, imagine somebody says, here, I'm going to give you $500, you don't got to do anything, okay? Every Saturday. No, I don't need $500 for nothing. No, just take it. No, I don't want it. Same concept. You guys come to the park with your phones. When all your boys and your friends are in the park, listen, leave your phone at home. Come to the park, it's Shabbat, enjoy, speak with your friends. Go to shul. I see you guys, all the girls come to show themselves. The boys come over there to do push-ups and play handball. I play handball too. I play very well. I'll beat anybody over here. You have no chances. You have absolutely zero chance. You have no chance. I have no chance against myself. But I'll tell you, essentially, I spoke to an organization this week by the name of Netzach. First of all, let's give that organization a round of applause. I don't know if you know what they do, but they're one of the real ones. They're one of the real ones, Baruch Hashem. Who has a job over here? Who's looking for a job? I'm hiring.
It's 250.
Huh?
It's 250.
Thank you, Mr. Israelov. My friend Jonathan, you know, in every lecture they have that one person that always says something. It's our dear friend Jonathan. Give Jonathan a round of applause. I love you, Jonathan. You're the best looking guy in the room. So whoever wants to get paid, Netzach has an opportunity for you to get paid to learn Torah. You understand? Yes, you get paid. Meaning, all you gotta do is attend a few classes a week for an hour. Majority of the time there's for 45 minutes exactly, and you get paid. What days? I will give you the information after. Those who are interested and serious, Achsaros, bless you.
Monday to Thursday.
Monday to Thursday, what else the hours?
6:30 to 7:15.
6:30 to 7:15.
Tuesday and Thursday is food.
Okay, so there you go. You have 4 times a week. Basically, we need an hour of your time a day for you to learn something. God forbid you do that. God forbid, if you learn something bad will happen. You go there, you learn. You sit with people who care about you. These people that are teaching at Netzach, they're one of a kind people. I'm telling you this personally. I know them, one for one. They're doing it l'shem shamayim. They're doing it just to, they don't need you guys. They don't need you. They have their own kids. They have their own problems. They do it just for you guys to come through and have a good time. If the girls want to set something up like that, I can set up for you guys too. You can get $250 a month for an hour. Oh, they do? Perfect. Great. So that's it. It's wonderful. You getting paid?
Yes.
Wow. Whoever goes, give yourselves a round of applause. I'm about to start going so I can get paid. Something happened very horrible recently to somebody I know. And I want to talk a little bit about it. He came to my store. He started to cry. He's crying. I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? He's crying. You know, I feel bad when I see people. Me personally, I like to cry. I don't care. I could be the toughest guy in the world. I love crying. So I see this guy crying, and I started to, tear roll something. Yo, what's going on? He was like, bro, I don't know what to do. My parents kicked me out of my house. They don't want to see me. They don't want to talk to me. I'm like, your parents didn't wake up in the morning, say, that's it. My son, who I gave birth to, my firstborn, you got to leave. No. Kick this guy out of the house. I'm like, yo, what kind of parents do you have? What's wrong with them? They crazy? He's like, nah, I messed up. I'm like, how'd you mess up? He was like, all the time when I used to go back to school, every time I used to go to juvie, I used to tell him, I'll fix myself. I didn't. I used to rob people in the street, take people's money. I used to come up for Baharian kids until I found out who this kid was. Then I almost tried to kill him myself. When I found out, yeah, I was finding out. But this guy, listen to me. You see, we judge a book by its cover. Even myself, I judge this guy. He's a black guy, big heart he has. He's very dangerous. People used to walk around, they're scared of this guy, you know? So now, today he doesn't have anything. He's walking around the streets, not $1 in his pocket, holes. I'm like, yo, why don't you sleep at home? And I noticed that he doesn't sleep at home. But he has a good heart, and I spoke to him. And I told him, I was like, let me tell you something, this little dilemma you have with your parents, where you're trying to prove them a point. Never get into an argument with your parents and not talk to them, honestly. Not talk to them. You didn't talk to your parents? Okay. It happened to me where I was really upset at my mom and my dad. I didn't speak to them. It took for me to become a father, for me to understand it. And I don't even understand it yet, because my kids are not at the age for them to ignore me, because I'll throw them out the window. Yeah. I'm just talking right now, so I'm not going to be able to do anything when they're going to get older either. But I'm saying, what happened to this boy is very simple. His parents, they had a lot of money back in the day. They bought a nice house. And they thought, oh, I'm going to get him a car, 16, we're going to make a nice bar mitzvah video for you, nice bar mitzvah, all your friends are going to see it, sweet 16 she's going to have, we're going to get you a license, a permit, you're going to drive. They forgot to invest time with this person. And I see this kid right now, he's struggling. Why is he struggling? One, because his parents are fed up with him. Two, because they also neglected him. But now he's trying to prove a point to his parents. This is where you fail. So what are you trying to do? Prove your father wrong, I don't understand. Trying to prove your mother wrong. You don't understand them. Sometimes my kid, I come up to him, he does something crazy. He breaks the glass, and it was an accident. But I went crazy. He doesn't understand why I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy because you could have cut yourself with the glass. You don't see it. He's telling me, yo, you're doing something wrong, stop. You don't see it. That happens all the time. I'm 28 years old. Happens with me and my parents all the time. Till today, I have children. Sometimes I may say something, I might not think what I say. It's very important for you guys to understand. You have to love and respect your parents. And when I say love, I mean unconditional love. You know, sometimes I look at my mom, even from the side. From the side, I look at my mom, and all the things that she's done, I want to cry hard. I want to scream. As I tell people, before you do anything, picture, and this is the worst thing to picture. Before you disrespect your parents, picture your life without them. Then talk to me. Then talk to me. There was a few boys that came to my store recently. There's been a lot of people back on drugs. It's horrible. I tell them, I said, you're selfish. So how am I selfish? I said, do me a favor, close your eyes now. Picture your mom standing over your grave, crying. He's like, no. I'm like, no. What do you mean no? That's your next step. You don't love your mom, you love yourself. You have to love and respect your parents. Love yourselves. Love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu does everything for you guys. He does everything for me. I'm shy to ask. I'm nobody to teach you guys. I hope you know. I'm not better than you. I'm worse than you. I'm more trouble than you. The trouble that I make is bigger trouble than you make. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. That's love also, you have to understand. Your parents tell you something, no, you don't. Shh, quiet. Husband and wife, shh, you're wrong. Nobody won. Nobody wins. Let it go, let it pass. I heard. Listen to this. You ever had a situation where somebody says something very bad to you? And you want to tell him in his face back something? No? Happens? Normal human beings, I'm sure that happens to them. They say, listen to what they say. They say if a person disrespected you, or somebody violates you, and you stay quiet, and I say this every class, I recycle this one so many times. They say that the world moves because of people like you. You're going against nature, because what's your natural nature? Yo, what'd you say? Happens to me all the time. I have such a short fuse. You can, anybody who knows me, who's older, you know, I have a very short fuse. If I snap, just run. You know, and it's a problem. Why? Because if I control myself the moment I'm supposed to snap, that means I'm going against nature. So Hashem sees, oh yeah, usually you take the LIE, now you want to take the Grand Central? I got you. Nothing wrong with being wrong. I'm wrong. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Atachti dil from your heart, I am sorry. Nothing wrong with it. This week, I wanted to mention something. I saw a post today on Facebook. I'm not going to mention any names. But they were talking about a few kids making hip-hop. I think I have something to do with that, because they see we make hip-hop. Do not get it twisted for a second. You'll never hear myself or anybody that I represent talking about anything that's inappropriate, and if they do, it's not behind my watch. Meaning the music that we're trying to portray is real hip-hop. Real poetry sounds really good, but it's not supposed to sound bad. Be careful what you listen to. It gets into your subconscious. Be careful how you act, because I even noticed myself, I make music. And sometimes I have to be in uncomfortable positions. And I'll tell you, I've noticed how much of a Jew I'm supposed to be when I'm in those places. I go, a couple times I fell off. I went to this one performance, so many people over there. It was not an environment that I was used to going to since I became Shomer Shabbos. I came over there and I was there, I'm like, oh shit, I'm so sorry that I'm here. I'm so sorry. There's nothing better than what I have at home. Nothing. The environment you choose is very, very important. A few people are going back and forth to public school and yeshiva. My little brother just went back to yeshiva, Baruch Hashem. And I'll tell you one thing, I got kicked. That's why people jump back and forth to yeshivas. I used to do it all the time. But I'll never forget one thing. I had love from my teachers in yeshiva. Real love. And I told a boy recently today, he knows who he is, it's not about the school or the curriculum that they have. For people to understand the difference between yeshiva and public school is a very thin line, very simple. All your English curriculum is English curriculum. That means they have the Department of Education, and there's teachers that get a job there, and then they give these teachers to different schools. This is the way it works. Some teachers have more charisma than others, yes. But in yeshiva, let me tell you what you're paying for, why you're going there. I mean, you're going to yeshiva because the environment of the friends that are going to be there with you, they're going to care for you. Understand? It's important for you to know that Rabbi Pearl, whoever doesn't know Rabbi Pearl, you're missing out on life. Rabbi Pearl was a rabbi from Ratad. He's in Malachai right now. And I'll tell you, these rabbis really loved us, and it was unconditional love, that's for sure, because we were the worst students ever. We used to cause them hell. And they loved us unconditionally. Do you believe that there was a rabbi in the school that I went to, this yeshiva, $200 a month what we paid, and didn't even, sometimes we didn't have money, they would still take us. That's unconditional love. The guy cannot pay his bills, he comes to work. Why? I can't have these kids, they're counting on me. They gotta eat, they have a class. That's love, unconditional. He gets nothing from you. No benefit, you're not paying his bills, you're not even paying tuition. That's love. These classes are really short and sweet because I don't like to pinch nobody's ear. You don't see me over here opened up with a Gemara, even though I think that's very important. Before Rosh Hashanah, we're going to have a very important class that I need all your friends to come to, or we're going to have to step it up a notch. These classes are cute. They're cute. They're musar. They're just a little bit of back and forth questions and answers and opinions of myself and some facts. But it's important for the girls to start taking a leap in learning and going to challah classes and learning with a woman who they look up to and respect. And she'll give them the right way of life and teach her how to be a good girl. And the men also. There's many organizations today that learn Torah. If you want to learn with us once or twice a week, we'll set it up, whether it be Netzach or something else, where you learn, you have fun. There's nothing wrong with sitting down 20, 30 minutes and somebody telling you something you didn't know. You only gain. So Bezrat Hashem, once again, let's do this one song. We'll do one more story before we leave, and that's that. So as you all know, we have a lot of music coming out, and the album that I'm working on is going to be something very special. Bezrat Hashem is going to be free, so don't worry about it. We're going to throw a concert as well, huh? Need a few months to just keep adding to new songs. I hear a new song every day. I just want to add it on the album, so it's going to be very epic. This song right here is for people to change themselves. It's called Believe in a Change. Check. Yeah. Yeah. Believe in a change. There's no one to blame. Believe in a change. There's no one to blame. Yeah, dear world, may I ask you a question? Is it hard to be real, or is that added a question to make up the fake watch? Is that all your possession? Your Instagram look real nice, but is that all for attention? Word, sometimes I look at life and decide for closure. What are we all just there for? In this life without no order. People have lost respect, and yes, the world has turned over. I lost faith in humanity, wish I could start over. But I wake up and I pray that the people will change. Yes, we all mean well, but yet our actions are strange. No morals, no respect, and yes, the world has changed. And things are only getting worse, and yes, my soul's in pain. So So I look up to the sky and ask God for help. There's a problem that I face, I just can't solve myself. See, I got everything you want, I got good looks and wealth, but I'm empty inside, feel like I'm living in hell. Believe in a change. There's no one to blame. Believe in a change. There's no one to blame. Second chance in life, a new page, a new production. But now I'm smarter, so my vision is better function. My phone got me trapped in my thoughts, mental seduction. War going on outside, total corruption, that's nothing. People that lost their mind, it's just disgusting. Destruction, spreading through the streets, children abducted, reluctant. Mother want you just follow instructions. We're living up in a time where just nobody could be trusted. Stop, just a matter of time. Do what you do, but don't lose your mind. What it takes to get your body motion. I don't wanna, but I do it. Save your life. All I wanna do is set you free. All you gotta do is just believe, believe it, believe it, believe it. Believe in a change. There's no one to blame. So basically, that's the type of music we make. If you're not taking something from the song, you're giving something to it. You want to be able to learn from every song. If there's any ideas that you'd like to add to the class, anything that you want to do a trip, let me know, let's run it by. Bezrat Hashem, next week's class should be very interesting because we have before Slichot, before Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. I appreciate it. Next 2 weeks from now. Before we get into what's going to happen in Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, it's a very important class. I want to tell you something personally, and people like personal stuff, they like to hear bad stuff, so I'm going to tell you bad stuff about myself. Okay? That's a new song too, this is going to be epic. We're not going to do it right now. We'll do it after. Okay. They say Rosh Hashanah is when you get your file brought up to Hashem, and Yom Kippur is when they stamp it, correct? Is this the way it works? So, I noticed for myself last year, this year was not a good year for me. Honestly. It was a blessed year, yes. Baruch Hashem, I'm alive. It wasn't a pleasant year. You know why? Because I felt myself lack something last year. Truthfully. So what had happened is very simple. The year, people think, oh, I gotta work on Shabbat, no, I gotta do this, no, I can't. Listen to me, you can bang your head against the wall, work 75 hours a week, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, whatever you're supposed to get from Hashem, that's what it's going to get. Now, before you go for a job interview, how do you enter? You don't come in there with a snapback, with your shirt open. Hey, y'all niggas hiring? You don't do that. You go in a suit, you clean up your act, you get letters of recommendation. How do you start school? Right into school, book bag, pencils, everything nice, lead pencils, erasers, highlighters, right? Right? It's the cute stuff. That's the most fun about going to school. You get all these supplies. You have to prepare. Right now is preparation. How many of you people daven slichot? I love it. This is great. Perfect. Okay. So it's a start. You guys should start davening slichot. How many of you have actually been doing hitbodedut? Honestly. Honestly. Pick up your hands. That's horrible. I'm sorry, I'll ask it again. How many of you guys have been doing hitbodedut? Okay.
What is that?
It's crazy you guys say what is that, because every class for the past 20-something classes, we've been talking strictly about this. Hitbodedut is personal prayer. No, don't do it for an hour. Do 5 minutes if you don't do it. If you can do it longer, do it. Hitbodedut is personal prayer. It's not a matter of Hebrew, Rabbi. Okay. Talk! What do you think, Hashem doesn't understand what you're trying to say? There's certain people, sometimes I talk to people, I know what they're about before they open their mouth. That's me. You don't think Hashem knows what you're about? What you need? You stop, take your phone, put it down, close your eyes. I do this in the train. I told you, people think I'm retarded when I do it in the train. They think I'm talking to myself. I am. I say, Hashem, thank you for everything I have. Thank you for everything that I have. My parents, my health, that I could walk, I could do everything myself. Baruch Hashem, thank you that I'm still breathing. I have everything. Nothing wrong with doing that. 5 minutes. Talk to him about all your problems. Yo, he did this to me. I can't believe it. What should I do? I talk to myself all day. I talk to myself all day. There's times where I'm in traffic. I just want to take my car and crash into the next person because I'm like, who gave this guy a driver's license? And I'm saying, Hashem, thank you so much. I don't want to get mad. I'm going to throw a battery at his car right now. Control yourself. Talk to Hashem. It's nothing when people do it all the time. It's the highest level of prayer, period. Highest level. When you talk to Hashem in Bukhari, they say, Atachtiti, Mikol Alev. You talk from your heart. Speak to him. He understands what you're going through. I don't believe anybody over here that says they don't have problems. We all have problems. Some big, some small, but we all have them. I need you guys to promise me, Bli Neder, next week I need you to come. Bring as many people as you can because it's going to be a very important class. We're going to have another speaker, Mr. Hashem, a nice performance. It's important for you guys to start taking stuff upon yourself. As you see, the situation in the world is not getting light. The situation in our community is not getting light. We're averaging out like 5-6 deaths a month at the bare minimum. 50-60% of them are drug abuse. And that's the honest truth. These are people I went to school with, close friends of mine. We need to do something. I always ask people in Israel, they're like, yeah, we're from Israel, we have the best army.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Before you
Baruch Hashem, we have the best army in the world. I have an honest question to ask you. Do you think it is the army that holds down Israel? Or it's a miracle? Common sense. It's impossible that it's only the army. It's people that go learn. They do good midot. They treat each other right. When Am Yisrael treats each other right, they say, when you treat each other right, Hashem's going to give you everything. If you don't, He's not. He sees Am Yisrael is not because those people like one of my favorite rabbis. He talks not Tony with the ear piercing. Understand? Be a mensch. In Israel, the only reason Israel is still around is because there's people that do good deeds. Ma'asim tovim, tzedakah. The shomer mitzvot, shomer everything that they can be shomer. Important for you to understand that. Do not forget to do Itbodedut. We'll do this one last song before we leave. Do not leave. We have Aravit. I don't understand why we have 50 boys to 100 boys. We had classes where we had 200 something kids. And like 90% of you guys leave. Even if you don't know how to read, stay here. Girls too, go behind the curtain and stay daven. Close daven for your friends, daven for your parents. Let's do this one song. I'm not going to do the full thing. I'm just going to give you the beginning. No, this is a surprise. I'll give you the chorus just because you said that. It's called Going Through These Motions. Yeah. I'm going through these motions. Going through the emotions. I'm going through the emotions. Heart is feeling frozen. I just need some closure. I'm going through these motions. I'm going through the emotions. I'm going through these motions. Heart is feeling frozen. I just need some. I'm frustrated, feeling faded and complicated. Not the greatest, kind of famous. Love my kids cause they the greatest. Imitated, duplicated. I'm just happy that I made it. People love me cause I'm out here preaching knowledge to the brain. And shout out to the real hip hop. Now brothers wearing flip flops. Queens, if you asking me, I pray and get myself locked. When kids rock, never mind the time and pass a TikTok. So kick rocks, living a life and doing what I should have. So who's hot? Cause you not. Free throw, take 2 shots. Big E, Tupac, Hashem is on the top. And my flow is premeditated. Talent contaminated. I was born to make music. My future was designated. I'm going through the motions. I'm going through the motions. I'm going through the motions. Heart is feeling frozen. I just need some closure. I'm going through these motions. I'm going through the motions. I'm going through the motions. Heart is feeling frozen. I just need some closure. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Let's get a round of applause. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. Before you guys leave, let's do this one time for the gram. Do me a favor, everybody, make some noise. I'm going through emotions. Do not leave, we have Aravid. Once again, next 2 weeks from now, we have a class. Bring all of your friends. I'm expecting for there to be more girls than guys. If not, we have a problem. Adonai, tzemot imanu nishgav lanu, Elu Yaakov seinu Adonai tzemot Hashem motech bach.